throw a little more salt in the wound if we'd also helped finance the Free Syrian Army, the moderates, we might not have seen ISIS become so successful in Syria, because now, like a metastasis, they have spread into Iraq.
Hillary Clinton has described already the meeting in the White House over 2 years ago. Everyone in the National Security Team recommended arming ISIS, and the president by himself turned it down. Just like by himself, he decided not to strike Syria after he said that they'd crossed the red line. There's no credibility. If the president and John Kerry keep talking about coalitions, how are you going to form coalition with people who do not trust you, who know you are totally unreliable? First, there has to be a restoration of American credibility.
You know, I haven't seen any Democrats come out in support of President Obama's policy. I'm not sure what the policy is. I mean, he himself has admitted no strategy in Syria, so I'm not exactly sure what there is to support. I think everyone's in a big mystery on this. But it almost seemed like General Dempsey and Secretary of Defense Hagel about 2 weeks ago, when they were so strong on Syria, it almost seemed like that they were going a little bit rogue because the president wasn't in town. And then now they have dialed it back a little bit.
They were reeled back in, and that's why the president gave the press conference that he did. Well, maybe some folks were a little bit out here too far. 192,000 people slaughtered in Syria, and this world is a messy world? I mean, I have to tell you, and I've told you this before, I'm heartbroken about what's happened in Syria. And we have to stop ISIS. Not stop them, but we have to defeat them. And there's no doubt in my mind or anyone else's that they are a threat sooner or later. Interesting rhetoric from State Department or White House spokesman. We don't know of a specific threat. Well, we don't know of a specific threat, but I have known no national security expert that doesn't believe that they are going to pose a direct threat, because that's what they're capable of doing.
So what do you think the president's thinking?
I think that he's trying to stick to his campaign, two campaigns, 2008, 2012, where he said we're going to lead from behind, we're going to get out of everywhere, and there's going to be this tide of war is receding, Bashar Assad, it's not a matter of whether, but when he leaves power. You can go through a long list of things the president has said and stood for, which have been completely wrong. And as you and I have discussed before, Bill Clinton changed his strategy after Srebrenica, Jimmy Carter changed his, George W. Bush changed his after seeing that we were failing in Iraq, and he can too. But apparently that I don't understand, because the facts on the ground dictate it.